She's just the maid. We don't consider her family. My father said it with a smile. At my sister's engagement party, introducing me to the groom's parents, I stood there in my server uniform, holding a tray of champagne glasses. My name is Kira Osman, I'm 29, and my father just called me the maid. My mother laughed. Some people are just meant to serve. The groom's parents looked confused. Then the groom's mother stared at me, really stared. Her eyes went wide. Hold on, you're that person? The room went silent. My father's face went pale. What person? He asked. She pulled out her phone, scrolled through something, then showed her husband. His expression changed immediately. That's her, he said quietly. My sister Victoria grabbed the phone, looked at the screen, her face drained of color. Mom, what is this? The groom's mother spoke clearly. Your sister is Dr. Kira Osman, Chief of Cardiology at Memorial Hospital. She performed emergency surgery on my father last year. Saved his life. My father's mouth opened. Nothing came out. My mother grabbed the phone, stared at the article. Photo of me in scrubs, white coat, stethoscope, award ceremony, youngest chief of cardiology in hospital history. Wait, Victoria said. This is fake. The groom's father stood up. It's not fake. We were there. She operated for 11 hours. My father is alive because of her. He looked at my father. And you call her the maid? My father tried to speak. We didn't know. You didn't know your own daughter is a surgeon? Everyone was staring now. The whole party. I set down my tray, smiled at the groom's mother. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Chen. Then I looked at my father. I quit. I walked toward the exit. My mother rushed after me. Kira, wait. I stopped. Turned around. What? Why didn't you tell us? You never asked. That's not fair. Isn't it? When's the last time you asked about my life? She had no answer. My father appeared. This is a misunderstanding. No, it's not. You introduced me as the maid. You meant it. Victoria pushed through. You're really a doctor? Chief of Cardiology, Memorial Hospital. Been there 7 years. How did we not know? Because you never came to my graduation, my white coat ceremony. Any of it. My mother's eyes filled with tears. You didn't invite us. I sent invitations. You said you were busy. The groom's parents were still watching. Mrs. Chen walked over. Dr. Osman, I apologize. We didn't mean to cause a scene. You didn't cause anything. You just revealed the truth. She looked at my parents. Your daughter is extraordinary. You should be proud. My father finally found his voice. We are proud. I laughed. Really? Is that why you asked me to work my sister's party? To serve drinks? We thought you needed money. I make 400,000 a year. The room gasped. Victoria's face went red. That's more than Jason makes. Jason, her fiancé. He looked uncomfortable. Way more, I said. My mother grabbed my arm. Please don't ruin your sister's night. I'm not ruining anything. I'm leaving. Kira, please. You want me to stay? As what? The maid? As family. You just said I'm not family. My father stepped forward. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. You're sorry you got caught. The groom's father spoke up. Maybe we should reschedule this dinner. Victoria panicked. No, please. This is just a family misunderstanding. Your family called a surgeon a maid, Mrs. Chen said quietly. She was dressed like staff. Because you told me to wear this uniform, you said you needed help with the party. Victoria's mouth opened, closed. The truth settling in. I looked at everyone watching. Enjoy your evening. Then I left. I drove home to my apartment. Downtown, high-rise, quiet. My phone started ringing immediately. Victoria. My mother. My father. I ignored all of them. Poured a glass of wine. Sat on my balcony. The city lights spread below. This wasn't the first time. They dismissed me my whole life. When I got into medical school, my father said it was a phase. When I graduated, they didn't come. Said Victoria's college graduation party was the same weekend. It wasn't. When I became chief, I called to tell them. My mother said, "That's nice, dear," and changed the subject to Victoria's new car. I stopped trying after that. Kept my distance, sent birthday cards, Christmas gifts, but never shared my life. They assumed I'd failed. I let them. Until tonight. My phone buzzed. Text from Victoria. You embarrassed me in front of Jason's family. I typed back, you embarrassed yourself. She called immediately. I answered. How dare you? How dare I what? Tell the truth? You let them think you're poor. I never said I was poor. You assumed. You dress like you shop at thrift stores. I do. I like thrift stores. You drive a 10-year-old car. It runs fine. Kira, you make $400,000. Why do you live like that? Because money doesn't define me. She was quiet. Then, you should have told us. Why? So you could ask me for money. That's not fair. Jason's family knows who I am. They respect me. Our own parents called me the maid. Dad didn't mean it. Yes, he did. Silence. What do you want me to do? She asked. Nothing. Enjoy your engagement. The Chens want to leave. They're upset. Then apologize to them. For what? For your family treating me like garbage. You're being dramatic. I hung up. 2 hours later, my father showed up, knocked on my door. I almost didn't answer, but I did. He stood there looking old. Can I come in? I stepped aside. He looked around my apartment. Floor-to-ceiling windows, modern furniture, art on the walls. This is nice. Thanks. I had no idea you lived like this. You never asked. He sat down heavily. I'm sorry, Kira. For what, specifically? For tonight. For calling you the maid. And for not knowing about your career. Not knowing or not caring. He flinched. Both, I suppose. At least he was honest. Why are you really here? I asked. He looked down at his hands. The Chens are reconsidering the engagement. Good. His head snapped up. Good? Victoria is devastated. She'll survive. Kira, please, they respect you. If you talk to them. No. Just one conversation. Tell them we're a good family. I laughed. But we're not. Don't say that. Why not? It's true. He stood up, started pacing. I know I haven't been the best father, but I'm asking for help. For your sister. The sister who called me dramatic an hour ago? She's upset. She didn't mean it. She meant every word. My father stopped, looked at me. When did you become so cold? When I realized my family didn't care about me. That's not true. Isn't it? Name one thing you know about my life. He hesitated. You're a doctor. I've been a doctor for 10 years. What else? Silence. Where do I work? Memorial Hospital. What department? Cardiology. What's my specialty? He didn't know. Congenital heart defects. Pediatric cases mostly. I operate on babies. His face softened. I didn't know that. 'Cause you never asked. I'm asking now. 10 years too late. He sat back down. What do you want from me, Kira? Nothing. That's the point. So you'll just let Victoria's engagement fall apart? I didn't do anything. You did. By making one mistake? One? Try a lifetime. My father's jaw clenched. You're being unfair. Am I? You forgot my 30th birthday, didn't come to my promotion ceremony, never visited my apartment, never met my friends. You never invited us. I stopped inviting you after you missed my medical school graduation. He looked away. We explained that. You lied. Victoria's party wasn't that weekend. How do you know? Because I checked. Her graduation was 3 weeks earlier. His face went red. Then why did we say, because you didn't want to come, you never wanted to celebrate me? That's not true. Then why am I always the afterthought? He had no answer. I walked to the door, opened it. You should leave. Kira, I have surgery at 6 a.m. I need sleep. He stood, walked to the door, stopped. The Chens asked for your number. They want to invite you to dinner. I'll think about it. Please come, for Victoria. I'll come for the Chens. They're good people. He flinched, then left. Mrs. Chen called the next morning. Dr. Osman, I apologize for calling so early. It's fine. I'm already at the hospital. I wanted to invite you to dinner. Just our family. No pressure. What about the engagement? She hesitated. We're still deciding, but we'd like to get to know you better. Why? Because you saved my father's life, and because last night made us wonder about Victoria's family values. I understand. Friday night, 7 o'clock? I'll be there. Thank you. I hung up. My phone buzzed immediately. Text from Victoria. Did Mrs. Chen call you? Yes. What did she say? She invited me to dinner. Are you going? Yes. Please be nice. Please don't ruin this. I didn't respond. Friday came. I arrived at the Chen family restaurant. Private dining room upstairs. Mrs. Chen greeted me warmly. Dr. Osman, Thank you for coming. Please, call me Kira. Her husband stood. Good to see you again. Their son, Jason, was there, without Victoria. She's not coming? I asked. We wanted to talk to you privately, Mr. Chen said. We sat down, ordered food, made small talk. Then Mrs. Chen got serious. We need to ask you something. Okay. Is your family always like that? Like what? Dismissive. Cruel. I thought about lying, but didn't. Yes. Jason leaned forward. Victoria said you're lying, that you dressed as staff to embarrass her. I dressed as staff because she asked me to work her party. Why would she do that? Because she thought I was poor, desperate. She offered me $200. Mrs. Chen's hand went to her mouth. She doesn't know what you do? She knows now. Mr. Chen shook his head. This doesn't make sense. How could your parents not know? They never asked. I stopped telling them things after they missed my medical school graduation. They missed that? And my white coat ceremony, my residency completion, my promotion. Jason looked sick. Victoria said you're jealous of her, that you've always been competitive. I'm not jealous. I'm successful. Then why work her party? Because part of me hoped they'd finally see me. But they didn't. Mrs. Chen reached across the table, took my hand. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. We're reconsidering the engagement. Jason spoke up. I love Victoria, but I can't marry into a family like that. I understand. She says they'll change. They won't? How do you know? Because they've had 29 years. The dinner ended quietly. The Chens thanked me for coming, asked me to stay in touch. I agreed. On my way out, Jason stopped me. Can I ask you something? Sure. Do you think Victoria is like them? I thought carefully. I think she's learned from them, but people can change. Has she ever stood up for you? No. He nodded slowly. That's what I needed to know. I drove home. My phone rang. Victoria, screaming before I even said hello. What did you tell them? The truth. Jason just broke up with me. I pulled over. What? He called off the engagement. Because of you. I didn't tell him to do that. You told them I made you work my party. You did make me work your party. I offered you money. You needed it. I make $400,000, Victoria. I didn't need 200. She was crying now. Why are you doing this to me? I'm not doing anything. I just stopped pretending. Pretending what? That this family is normal, that you treat me like a sister. I do treat you like a sister. Name one time you've been to my apartment. Silence. Or called to ask how I'm doing. More silence. Or celebrated my achievements. You never told us about your achievements. I tried. You didn't listen. She hung up. 2 days later, my mother showed up at the hospital. Security called me. There's a woman here demanding to see you. Tell her I'm in surgery. She says she'll wait. She waited 4 hours. When I came out, she was in the lobby. Makeup smeared, eyes red. Kira, please. I'm working, Mom. Victoria is heartbroken. The wedding is off. That's between her and Jason. You could fix this. No, I can't. If you just apologize. For what? For telling the Chens lies about our family. I stared at her. I didn't lie. You made us sound terrible. You are terrible. To me. She slapped me. Right there in the hospital lobby. Security moved immediately. Ma'am, you need to leave. My mother looked shocked at herself. Kira, I'm sorry. You need to go. Please, just talk to me. 2 security guards escorted her out. My colleagues were staring. I went to my office, closed the door, and finally cried. Not because she hit me, but because some part of me still hoped she'd choose me. That night, I got an email from Jason. Dr. Osman, I want you to know this wasn't your fault. I saw how your family treats you. I can't build a life with someone who learned that behavior. I hope you're okay. I wrote back, thank you. You made the right choice. A week passed. No contact from anyone. I focused on work, performed 3 surgeries, all successful. Then Mr. Chen called. Do you have time for coffee? Of course. We met the next day. Small cafe near the hospital. He looked tired. How are you holding up? He asked. I'm fine. I heard your mother came to the hospital. News traveled fast. She did. Jason feels terrible. He shouldn't. He did nothing wrong. Mr. Chen stirred his coffee. My wife and I have been talking. We want to help you. Help me how? Your family. They don't deserve you, but you deserve a family. My throat tightened. What are you saying? We'd like to stay in your life. If you'll let us. Why? Because you saved my father, because you're a good person, and because everyone deserves people who see them. I started crying, right there in the cafe. I don't know what to say. Say yes. Yes. He smiled. Good. You're coming to Sunday dinner. For the next month, I had dinner with the Chens every week. They asked about my work, my life, my dreams, things my own family never asked. Mrs. Chen's father was there too. The man whose life I'd saved. He hugged me every time. My angel, he called me. It felt like home. Meanwhile, Victoria left messages. Angry at first, then desperate, then silent. My parents tried once more, showed up at my apartment together. I let them in. We sat in uncomfortable silence. Finally, my father spoke. We want to make this right. Okay. Tell us how. Start by admitting what you did. My mother spoke. We didn't realize we were hurting you. Yes, you did. Kira, you chose Victoria over me every single time. That was a choice. My father looked down. You're right. That surprised me. What? You're right. We favored her. We dismissed you. We were wrong. My mother nodded. We were so wrong. Why? I asked. They looked at each other. My mother answered. Because she needed us more, or we thought she did. And I didn't? You were always so independent, so capable. So you stopped trying? We stopped looking, my father said quietly. We sat with that truth. I don't know if I can forgive you, I said. We understand. But maybe we can start over, slowly. My mother's eyes filled with hope. Really? On my terms, with boundaries. Whatever you need. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. 6 months later, things were different. My parents came to the hospital, watched me receive an award, actually showed up. Victoria reached out, asked to meet for coffee. I said yes. She apologized, really apologized. I took you for granted, she said. Yes, you did. I was jealous of how accomplished you are. So you treated me like I was nothing? I know, it was terrible. We talked for 2 hours. She was seeing a therapist now, working on herself. Jason was right to leave, she admitted. Maybe. No, maybe. I wasn't ready to be married. She looked different, humbler, softer. Can we try again? She asked. As sisters? We can try. It wasn't easy, but we were trying. The Chens stayed in my life, became like a second family. Sunday dinners, holidays, birthdays. They never missed anything. One Sunday, both families were there, the Chens and my parents. My mother helped Mrs. Chen in the kitchen. My father talked with Mr. Chen about golf. Victoria sat next to me. This is weird, she whispered. Good weird or bad weird? Good weird. Jason came too. He and Victoria were talking again, taking it slow. He caught my eye, mouthed, "Thank you." I nodded. After dinner, my father pulled me aside. "Thank you for giving us another chance." "You're my parents." I wanted to. "We don't deserve it." "Probably not, but everyone deserves a chance to change." He hugged me, actually hugged me. "I'm proud of you, Kira. I should have said it years ago." "Say it now. That's enough." That night, driving home, I thought about the engagement party. The moment everything changed. When Mrs. Chen recognized me, when my father's face went pale, I'd thought it would destroy everything. But it didn't. It revealed the truth. And truth, even painful truth, was better than pretending. My family wasn't perfect. We were still learning, still healing. But we were honest now, and that made all the difference. I'd spent years invisible to them. The daughter they forgot, the sister they dismissed. But I wasn't invisible anymore. Not to the Chens, not to my colleagues, not to my patients, and finally, not to my own family. They saw me now, really saw me, and I'd learned something important. You can't force people to see your worth. But you can refuse to be invisible. I'd stopped shrinking myself, stopped serving, stopped waiting for their approval, and in doing that, I found my own. The engagement party was supposed to humiliate me. Instead, it freed me. And a year later, surrounded by people who actually loved me, I was fine.